Another brick fan here with a set from Avengers Infinity War. This is the Hulkbuster Smash-Up. This is set number 76104, was released in March 2018, has 375 pieces, 4 minifigures, and cost about $30 when it was first released. As you can see, there are 2 builds included with this set. The Hulkbuster armor there on the left, and then a small weapon system there on the right. We'll take a look at the Hulkbuster armor first. Taking a look at the Hulkbuster armor, this is a pretty good looking mech. As you can see, the arms are posable and they'll move out. They're on these ball joints, so they're very flexible. Each of the fingers on the hands is posable as well. It's 3 fingers and a thumb. Can also rotate them on ball joints. Lots of stickers here on the palms of the hands, tops. The helmet piece here is actually printed. Just about everything else on this Hulkbuster is a sticker. It does open up, so here you open up here, and there's the power core. Flip that down. You can see that there's a little bit of gearing back in there. We'll show you what that does, but it does hold a figure pretty well. So here's Dr. Banner. Slide him into the Hulkbuster armor here. And you see that he fits in there pretty well. The legs, of course, are on these normal hip joints, so they'll splay out and back in. They also rotate along the horizontal axis here, so it gives them lots of articulation. The feet are on ball joints, no real knees, just comes from the hip directly down to the ankle. And then there's 3 toes here that are actually independent of each other on each foot as well. So it gives you quite a bit of posability that you can do with the figure, although he does get leaning quite forward if you put him in a walking position. He does much better just standing up and maybe even lean back just a little bit. Moving around to the back of the figure, you see it's a little more plain. It's not necessarily a camera-friendly angle for him, but you do notice this piece right here. This is an action feature. You remember the gears on the inside. If you pull this out slightly, you'll see that now I can move the arm by rotating this feature here, and then position the arm or lock the arm in a particular position. You can, of course, just go back and move that arm again. But this goes into a play feature, which I'll show you in just a moment, that involves the side build. Here's the side build that comes with this feature, and you have one of these shield pieces in the trans purple. There's a sticker down here, some stickers on these little wing pieces here. It's done in kind of that metallic dark gray color with these spring pieces here. So if you push those spring pieces together, it will shoot the ball that we have that it comes with. Moving around to the back, it's mostly Technic pieces, as you can see. But if we move around to the back, there is a little cabinet here that includes our Infinity Stone piece. Remember that each of these Infinity War sets comes with an Infinity Stone, so you need to get all of them in order to get all the Infinity Stones for the Infinity Gauntlet. There is one additional action feature on this particular side build. You remember that Hulk has that arm that rotates, so you can unhook his arm here and smash down onto this and break it. So it's on a Technic pin here, and we'll move back and forth, and just has a couple of studs back here that hold it in place. So it gives you that fun little feature for the Hulkbuster to come up and smash that. Let's go ahead and move and take a look at the minifigures now. This set comes with 4 minifigures, as I mentioned before. They are Bruce Banner, Falcon, Proxima Midnight, and an Outrider. Here is Bruce Banner and Falcon. Let's concentrate on Falcon for a few minutes because he does have this nice brick-built jetpack or Falcon wings. Taking a look at Falcon, you see that he has these nice brick-built wings that have a lot of articulation due to the way they did the joints as clip and bar joints. They do have stickers on each of these different pieces here to give it that texture in the front. Moving to the back, you see that it is plain on the back. It might have been nice maybe to have stickers on the back pieces here as well, and I would like to have seen tiles here instead of plates, although I think they wanted to do this angle here to add just a little bit more character to it. There are the two thrusters here on the bottom, jets or rockets, depending on your perspective. And he has this little piece here that comes off. So this is that little drone that comes off of his armor and gives him that ability to track down other folks and provide more surveillance. This is simply connected using one of these clear backpack pieces with the studs. So let's put him back up and we'll take a closer look just at the minifigure itself. Here are our two heroes that come with this set. Back together again. Here is Bruce Banner in his black jacket with a gray shirt and then black pants. The hairpiece I think is pretty accurate to the figure. His expression here is pretty neutral. Falcon, of course, is in a nice silver uniform here. There's a lot of silver accents on his torso, so as you move this in the light, you can see that reflect quite well. His facial expression is very good with the goggles that he's wearing, and then I also like this nice smoother hairpiece for him as well. Neither has printing on their legs, as you can see. Let's go ahead and move around these figures. And you see with all of the jetpack stuff removed from Falcon, it looks like he's still wearing the pack, but it's all folded up into its small, compact form, which obviously can't be done with the brick-built pack that it comes with, but it can be represented here on his back. Bruce Banner has just a little bit of detailing on the back of his jacket, as you see here. Both have alternate expressions. So here is Bruce Banner. It looks like he's getting angry and maybe going to turn into the Hulk. You can see the green eyes that he has there and the grimace on his face. Falcon has put his goggles away since he's no longer in a flight mode and has a nice grin on his face. Both good alternate expressions. Let's move on to our next two minifigures. Here we have Proxima Midnight and an Outrider. Proxima has this double-bladed staff that is just done with a lightsaber hilt and done in that metallic dark gray with some dark gray or maybe perhaps black blade pieces here, which I think looks pretty good. A lot of detailing for her. I really like the headpiece, dual molded with the blue hair and then the horns and black face with some pretty decent white printing there along the underside around her cheeks and her mouth there. See her red eyes. Good printing on the torso as well with some gray lines and then the black. No printing on the legs. Moving over to the Outrider. I really like this Outrider figure. This is the same one we get in many of these Infinity War sets. This is the new for March 2018 6-arm Outrider. Same face print, which I still like, and done in this gold and red with some white detailing. The chest print is quite detailed with gold and gray accents. Moving around these figures, you see that Proxima has a gold arm here on her for her left arm. You get a better look at that hairpiece and horn mold that is put there together. She does have an alternate expression, which is kind of a little evil grin. You notice that the horns are part of the hair piece here. No alternate expression for the Outrider, obviously, since he has no hairpiece. But if I take the arms off, you see that really nice detailing of all the printing here. And Proxima actually has some pretty nice detailing on the back of her torso as well. Let's move it back around to the front for a final look at our last two minifigures. Let's go ahead and move on, and I will give you my final thoughts on the entire set. Overall, I think this is a very good set. For a $30 set, I think it's a very good value with the 4 minifigures. 375 pieces puts it well below the 10 cent per piece. If you like mechs, I think this is a very good mech build. Has a lot of articulation in the arms, the legs. There's no knees, but that's kind of to be expected in a mech this size. It does fit the minifigure pretty well, and it does have that nice little action feature where you can manipulate the arm using that gear system. The build for Falcon is really nice with the big Falcon wings. I think they're built up very well. Of course, those are all stickers on that, so there are lots of stickers with this set. For a small set, it probably has at least a dozen stickers in it. They all add to the details on the set. Falcon also has that little detachable mini Falcon or drone that comes off the back, so that's making that a nice addition to this set as well. As I mentioned, the minifigures are all done pretty well. The Outrider figure is pretty common to most of these Infinity War sets, but the printing on it is quite good. I've always thought they were a good looking figure. And of course, the figures that come with this set are all appropriate to the movie and help to round out all of the heroes and most of the villains from the movie. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Infinity War set. I'm going to get started on my next video. Until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Take a look at some of the other videos and playlists I have linked up here on the screen.